Hello! Welcome, we're back. It doesn't matter what day it is. I keep forgetting that we don't need to do that anymore. It's Monday. The camera's not quite where I want it to be. There we go. We're playing some more Disco Elysium. Listen, this game, I really want to know how it ends. I also don't want to be playing it forever. So, we've got to stream more of it, and today that means we're doing just a longer stream. And probably also later this week, too. Longer streams, we'll see how they go. Depending on how much this exhausts me. We may continue to do these until we get to the end of this game. For now, though, let's play some Disco Elysium, and I will recap where we are once I remember where we are by looking at our quests and seeing where we are. Okay, so we talked to the cryptozoologist person after checking the traps. I see also that I'm supposed to confront the pigs. Oh, the pigs is some lady who has my pawned gun, right? Giant Spatcher says, "Oh, is everything a crab now?" Well, we heard that there's somebody at the church who crawls on the walls like a crab, which is not what crabs do, but I'll accept it. Multiple characters have said that this person is a crab person, so that's exciting. Estelle refused to talk about her friends. Maybe she'll open up later. A Spider-Man? It does seem to be some kind of a speedray mensch. Call Alice back. Who put the sing karaoke? We still got to figure out how to do. We spoke to the assault victim. We did do that. Confront the Hardy Boys about what Klaus told me. Okay, let's do that actually, because we're right here. Anything else that I need to do with these cryptids? We found the cryptid, the cryptozoologist's wife's husband. We found the cryptozoologist for the cryptozoologist's wife, and it looks like that's all taken care of. You may notice that few of these things seem to be related to the murder at hand. Take stuffed bird to Gart. I already did that. Okay, Gart. Well, look, you're here. Before we do this much more serious thing, I have a bird for you, bub.
Can I help you?
Gart, I found a new bird for the whirling. Here is a ruffled grouse. I don't remember where we got the grouse, but we got the grouse.
What is this thing?
I just wanted to apologize for breaking the Great Skua by bringing you this ruffed grouse.
Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
I don't know why we had to fade to black for the bird compliment. Maybe it'll be up on the wall when we come back.
Fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts. Especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
You're welcome.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Kim, you're doing great.
It's not actually about that, but he likes it.
Goodbye. Goodbye. God, I have like incredible amounts of mental health juice, but no bone health juice. That is gonna potentially be a problem for me. I don't have like a delicious... Oh, we have to die now. Why did I buy this? Oh! No, look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Is it gonna let me retry white checks? This weird 24-sided die? Ah, I guess so. Andre. Okay. Well, we can go look at those things, I guess, but first I need to speak to these gentlemen. How are you, gentlemen? I'm currently equipped to be a king of logic, I believe. We have +4 logic, and we're... and we get to shine a flashlight in people's face. Can I have a different tool other than my clipboard, please? Maybe... like, oh, +1 physique. Oh, I can just drink a bottle of beer to be healed, right? Did that work? I don't think so. I think I'm holding the beer. How do I use it? +1 physique, -1 morale. Is physique my health? Lord. That seems like the sort of thing that I ought to know by now. I'm gonna say yes. Let's just check the old menu real quick. Controls. Use held item. Oh, the thumbstick. How silly of me. Ah, perfect. Alright, there's our little alcohol thing. It's fine. It's just evening me out a little bit. Now I need the pry bar and the flashlight. Now people know that I mean business. Apply beer directly to physique. Oh, it's like playing NetHack.
What is it?
I'm here to confront you, but you do scare the beans out of me. Class just says she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Evocator says, steady your hands.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Wow, you're a really great lawyer, Elizabeth.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
What is this pretext for killing this guy?
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Well, if there's anybody in this room who knows about not being trusted, it's gotta be untrustworthy McCheekbones here.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Well, I mean, this is all extremely compelling, what you guys are saying to me, so I guess that you're probably right.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth. Oh, I like being straight to the point, cop. Flashlight in the face, crowbar in the hand. Cut the bullshit.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
Kim, pull out the gun. Kim, pull out the gun.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Kim?
Titus Hardy.
Oh, Elizabeth. Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot, but Kim, the next warning shot, I need to come from your gun into the chest of this man.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic.
Oh my god, she's part snake.
Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Kim, draw the gun. Kim, draw the gun.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
Evocator says, did you ever play Stone Soup or Could? I played Stone Soup, way back in the day. God, I must have played Stone Soup like 10 years ago, if that timeline makes sense. But in terms of roguelikes, I played a lot of NetHack. I played a lot of Rogue on the original iPhone, weirdly enough. I played a lot of Brogue, which I really recommend as kind of a more streamlined NetHack. Brogue is excellent. Maybe we shouldn't play. We can't play Brogue on stream because it's text. Evocator says I played Stone Soup too much in college. Any other roguelikes that I did a lot? There was some where exploration was like a resource. Like when you explored, you got experience points or something. I can't quite remember what it was that I played a decent amount of. But like when I think of myself sitting in computer science lecture, not paying attention, playing a roguelike, it was probably Brogue most of the time.
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Oh my god, it's tape? I'm gonna sing this for karaoke. I'm gonna do the forced confession for my karaoke performance.
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Giant Spatcher says Midwestern emo. Why should I care about this tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
There's a lot of perks. I get a car. I mean, I crashed it, but I get a gun. I mean, I pawned it, but I get a badge, which I think we recovered. So that's one perk.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Fine. What's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Can I do karaoke with this tape? Do you mind if I record over this tape? Where did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people.
Oh my God.
There's no university degree for that.
Like they say, bug people, bug people. So you've bugged them? How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
I don't know. I feel like there's... I feel like the bugging stuff is probably... I don't know. I don't know. I truthfully, I don't know. But it just seems unlikely.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice
Oh,
and quiet
swing lessons
after
because
that.
they hanged him. Got it. Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then? Let's see if we can get, because this is the thing. This is, I mean, it's not America, but, you know, in America, we like to hit people with not just one charge, but like 50 charges. So if we can get somebody for like wiretapping or something to, like, that's just great. That's what we want to do as cops. Which one of you is doing the advanced radio work?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Oh,
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
fine. Rico charge, exactly. Where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
All right, guys. All right, Kim, draw the gun.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Fine.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
That's enough for now.
Don't forget your tape, lawman.
Fine.
Arguments are tight as Hardy.
I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Oh, this is going to be tough, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to take off now. Kim, where were you with the gun? We needed it like 5 times. Okay. How can a bar be out of vermouth? I don't know. It's not that kind of bar. This is like a bar where they unscrew the cap of a beer with a
You should
screw-on
pick
cap.
that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Nah, smokers are jokers. Okay, there's a tape player in my room, allegedly.
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now. There's no fixing this one.
Giant Spatula says, I was just on an airplane where they ran out of alcohol. That's not right. They should have enough.
This would have been very helpful with the Mega Mix. But it isn't anymore.
Kim, doesn't your tape player have a car in it?
My Kinema only comes with radio.
Oh my god.
Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
Okay, that was eerie because he responded to what I said IRL, even though the dialogue option did not. Okay, it's fine. Kim is stream sniping confirmed. Yeah, let's keep following up on this thread. We'll do the crab church later. We got time. It's only 5:19. Hello, hey, Unwisebird, welcome. We just got a tape from the scary Union guys, and we're gonna go try to get a tape player at the pawn shop. Giant Spatch says, pawn shop marketing copy. We have stuff. Yeah, we got stuff. We got some things. The name of the stream was almost church stuff. Well, it was gonna be in reference to that one Hero Clicks we saw the other day. The name of the stream was gonna be sexy church stuff, but I decided that for some reason that might, like, I don't know. I thought that might get me in trouble on Twitch or something. So I was like, we won't call it sexy church stuff. We'll just call it church stuff. And now it's Church of Crab, which is not really a good title, but that's what the stream is called. Okay. My man.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight.
I forgot.
Photonic sensitivity is not
Take me to
generally
church, baby.
by the medical establishment.
This is my thing. All right, sorry about that.
I do appreciate it.
All right, you piece. What's something equally threatening that I can hold? Chain cutters. All right, we are ready to cut. We are ready to open things up.
Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Do you... No, I'm looking for something that plays a tape for police business.
Yeah, we still have those boom boxes on the shelf.
Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna blast this forced confession or whatever it is. Do you have any recordings of the Coldo Madakwa? Did you ever find a use for your premium miniature in-game? Not yet, but I'm holding out hope.
The Coldima Madakwa? Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
Well, I've been thinking of quitting the art. Nope, I wouldn't have guessed that you would know what the Coldo Madakwa is.
That's fair. It's been a long time since my Coldima Madakwa hunting days. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds so cool. Evocator says you're still planning to become a celebrity cop, right? I think so, yeah.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with
And
recording the Coldima Madakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
I'm gonna follow the same path to fame many stars did, well, not today, but more like in the 90s, which is via cryptozoology. Did you ever find it?
We thought
Long
we
way to
did.
go for that one.
We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up, and combined them into the symphony.
Giant Spatula says, is a celebrity cop a cop who is a celebrity or a celebrity who becomes a cop? When I'm thinking about real life instances of those things, neither of them are great, right? Because it's either Steven Seagal or like some bad cop who becomes famous for doing a bad thing. You know, one of those. So I guess a celebrity who becomes a cop is the better alternative. Can I listen to this tape?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some.
Okay, so you do have tapes behind the counter.
What you're looking for?
I need a tape to sing at karaoke. Why have you been holding out on me?
Do we really have time for this?
Evocator says, I unfortunately do know. Unfortunately, yes. Spin that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast.
Kim, we have time for this.
Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player. The speakers begin to emit a low hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating, but always unnaturally uncomfortably low. Like it's coming not from the
No.
speakers,
We should have
from
quick saved.
inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult.
Is it too late? It is.
Not good. Not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this.
If I die listening to a tape, I will be unhappy.
There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you.
So the thing is,
It
I
feels
can
as though
drink
someone is standing
my
just
beer,
outside your range of vision and watching you.
but it's not
doing this
in my hand right now because I... Oh, fuck.
He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds,
Stop.
some random, some...
Evo Care says
recurring
perfecto.
patterns hit your eardrums.
I love how in this game, like, we confront a group of thugs and it's fine, but then I try to pick up a weight or listen to a tape and it kills me.
Seabirds, most likely. Gulls and such.
Seagulls.
And skewers. But
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point.
Unwisebird says your game was messed up for a sec. Did you fix it? I did, yeah. I went back and redid the part that we missed. Or that we lost off stream.
Continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
But yeah, that was pretty disappointing too. The moral of the story is we need to be quick saving way more often.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Mamadakwa.
Aw.
Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably
Taking a little
some
damage
insect
seemed
tried
worth
to
it?
sing
I guess
higher
so.
than its predators
Let's
can hear.
drink some
Still
more to heal up.
Fascinating, aren't
First
they?
we'll heal our morale.
Early morning sounds.
Yeah, that's super great. Then we will heal our physique by applying more alcohol to it. And if there's some secret stat where they're like, oh, you idiot, you... What? Why can't I apply it? Does it need to be in my other hand? Check it out. Nope. Oh, it doesn't work? Oh my god, please, it just... Maybe there's like a rule that I can only do it so often? That's it. I'm eating the other brew instead. Well, that one worked. Okay, so there must be some other mechanic at work. And it damaged my morale. Oh no, it only... Yeah, that makes sense. That was expected. Okay, tools, chain cutters. No, he doesn't like that. God. Fine, that'll do. Lord. Let me take some more medicine. He said there's... Okay, the boombox is here.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
It's always worth asking. Can I get a discount on this boombox? A police discount? Kim, avert your ears for this conversation.
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Door Gunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental.
I don't think that's a good idea to play the evidence tape for this random man. How does 10 real sound?
Sounds like a rip-off, but okay. I can make it 10, but no lower.
Dealio.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Great. All right, Kim, let's hotbox your car and listen to this tape. No. Let's, instead of doing that, we've got our Door Gunner Mega Mix. We've also got this other Smallest Church in St. Cian's thing. Requires a boombox to play. Oh my god, maybe I can sing. All right, Kim, come out. This music is not for him. Let's go over here. Let's get some privacy. You are already pretty toasted. That is true. Can I zoom out also? Also, let's quick save since I literally was just like, we need to do this more. This seems more or less secluded. Actually, yeah, let's listen on the bridge. First, this song that might make my character sad.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click.
Press
the
play
tape
on...
is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play on tape.
You press the large button marked commence, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small
Enjoy your date with Kim! We're listening to music, gazing out over this gross little bridge. This sluice. Keep your porter reel at the harmless distance and wait. Mixtape on the bridge!
Then the organ starts
It's almost as good as when we
a
sat on the
simple,
swing holding
melancholic
hands.
Tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
Feel the mist on your skin. Okay.
Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune.
Nice.
A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've
Fantastic.
listened to it like a million times.
This would probably have been more appropriate earlier in the investigation for me to perform karaoke at the bar where, like, the victim is staying, but that's fine.
Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses.
I gained money for that somehow.
And the B-side of the tape contains the
Why did I get
instrumental
money
version.
for that?
It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
That sounds like a good project for tonight.
The lieutenant watches you.
What's your go-to karaoke song? It might be, the last time I went to karaoke, I sang, Moving Out, parentheses, Anthony's song. Or is it Anthony's song, parentheses, Moving Out? Whatever one it is. The Heart Attack song by Billy Joel. And it went over pretty well. So I would say that, based on that, I was like, okay, next time I do karaoke, I want to do this song again. Because I think it was well received. That was weird. Okay, let's... Don't sing Stan. Don't sing Stan. Not a polarizing choice, for sure. Requires a boombox to play. Okay, let's listen to this piece of evidence.
What you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Hey, Kim, this might be some pretty grim stuff, so just, I don't know, maybe sit down. But not on the railing, because that's dangerous as hell. So we'll sit on the bridge. It's fine.
You push, command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
What about you all in chat? What are your go-to karaoke songs? I'm actually curious. I'm gonna steal these suggestions potentially, but interested to know.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Okay.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalsund crane.
Oh my god, Kim. You and your... How? Unwisebird says, I saw one of my high school friends do an out-of-tune but very enthusiastic Mr. Roboto in a bowling alley karaoke once, and the place went absolutely nuts for it. That's a pretty good choice. Oh, that's so sick. I would... That's an incredibly good vibe.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
No!
Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
Ah, what a delightful gentleman. Too bad that he passed away.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
Okay, Kim. What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated.
Still.
You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
Who's this Cordy?
Cordy could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
Kim, I don't know anybody named Courtenaire. I mean, maybe. Maybe it's short for Courtney? Or... Court appointed attorney? What's Cohoy?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay then, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Interesting. Real quick though, Kim, and I... Oh good, it autosaved. Fantastic. Real quick... Oh, first of all... Alright. We've got our standard loadout. Oh, there's a blue thing. Oh, hell yeah. Secret biker cop sunnies. I have an eight-eyed Terratorn tie, which compared to my current tie gives... My current tie gives me drama. This gives me Inland Empire and Volition. I kind of like having drama, actually. I can't wear anything that makes me have less logic, because I am right now being the logic bro. I'm wrong. We can't go this way. Kim? We gotta go this way. It's starting to get dark out. So what I want to do is I want to go back to the tent real quick and see if having this die will let me retry the check to figure out what was going on. Because we had... There's like a skill check that was like, there's something more going on here. See if you can figure out what it is. And we had a high chance of doing it, but we failed twice. And so if we could try again, because it was like a 60 or something % chance, I'd love to get another shot at it quick if we could. Then we'll head back to the bar. There's the swings where Kim and I had our little date. Did we already get the thing from here? Yeah, we did. That's not the tent. Also, I think I sleep out here now. I got somebody to, like, give me a room out here. So we got that going on, too. These guys are here. Oh, my gosh. I don't remember. Oh, but they're surrounded by the impenetrable bushes. Kim, do you remember where we're going here?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
Oh, what about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to...
All right.
The wind moves the air...
Thanks for that. Let's see. Sorry, that's just not really relevant. A little black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirp. Where the hell is this tent? It's kind of by the church. Is my map a piece of crap that doesn't actually help? Let's check. Oh yeah, it still is. Okay. Church. Can I TP to the church? Oh God, where is it? What's over here? You can imagine why. Calls become terrible sometimes. There's the phone. Oh my God. Is this like a million miles away and I forgot that it's a million miles away? I'm starting to think there's a very real chance of that. Well, here's a blue thing. So that's, I guess, good. A postcard. I made a huge mistake here. We shouldn't have come out this way. Because we don't... Oh, here's the church. So where's all the people? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not going all the way up there for that money. We'll go to the church later. We'll pick it up. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, and if we don't get to retry this check, I will be sad.
Hi again.
Okay, 92%. Yeah, maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze.
Nothing jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Really? Because I could swear something's not adding up here.
You get out and breathe. The air in the tent is too thick for you to think clearly.
Are you serious?
As always.
That's some really horrible luck. Okay, sir, I need my... Unwisebert says, what? That's the third time in a row we failed that check, too. 92%! I know. And I can't use this item. Okay, let's go outside. Maybe I'm not supposed to drink in front of these people. Nope, the drinks... Just like, sometimes can't use them. Don't really know why. Not... That was the one that we had before, though. I don't know. I don't understand how that works. That's fine. Check out what we're gonna do. It was a logic thing, right? Do I have a skill point? Fuck, I don't.
The shaggy hit.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you gonna help us?
I gotta figure out what's going on there. So, okay, so we need to level up and then put a point into logic, and then I guess come drag our asses all the way back out here again. Mercy. We could peek at the church, but I kind of want to know what's going on there before we try to do that. Oh, fuck me. It's the tent again. How'd I get out of here?
Winter, slow to let go of river shore. And to the melt more. The water, no more. Below, children. After to them did someone's? How can it be pure if it's magenta? few, but all around
Hey,
her,
Progy Frenzy,
white
welcome.
snow on the edge.
Says, what did I
Should
miss?
keep
Sorry,
moving.
I'm not doing that.
Who knows what's going
What
on.
did you miss? We trying to figure out what's going on at the tent where the people who want us to go to the church are. And we keep failing our check, even though we have like a 92% chance. Other than that, we got a tape from the Hardy Boys that we just listened to. We're gonna go talk to the victim about it in a second, if we can find our way back to the place we need to go. Otherwise, we found a song to sing for karaoke, but we need to convince Gartz to let us do it. And... oh my god, some other stuff probably happened too. Those are, I think, are the big bullet points. We know sort of who has our gun. Progy Frenzy says, whoa, Harry is trashed. Oh, is that what those little glasses are? Yeah, we've been trying to not die. Unfortunately, I listened to a tape that made Harry almost perish. And then he almost perished again when I failed my logic check. Because you know when you try really hard to figure something out and then it harms you physically? That's what happened. Let's go back to the Whirling in Rags. See if we can do some karaoke. See if we can... I didn't realize that's what those little glasses were, actually. That's a good shout. Or I just hadn't noticed them. All right. Let's talk to the victim first. Before it gets too late. Brain aneurysms all day. I guess that's what it is. Yeah. She's been made around 4 months of payments for this room. It's just bad business. Please. Okay, just because I do not want to walk all that way again.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring.
That doesn't prove
as
anything.
The porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
I don't know. Some kind of a crime thing.
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Leather chaps.
She's quite observant about the human character. Trained to observe, even.
Coping mechanism?
Running joke.
Hmm.
I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that.
Uh-huh.
He was like the Semonese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Oh, by the way, these gloves that I'm wearing that are like the ones you're describing, they're from something else. They're not his. Don't worry. You like this kind of stuff?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Quohoy here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Okay.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
Agreed.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, not just 1 second, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Thank you, Kim.
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad.
Ah.
It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently.
It's Zombieland rules.
He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
I should have carried a crowbar like I do.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink.
Oh my god, Kim, your handwriting is phenomenal.
The last missing pieces of a
Oh
puzzle
god.
of flesh.
Okay. Oh, where is Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
Got it.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Cool.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Got it.
Sex, alcohol, speed, probably also sildenafil.
Magic the Gathering.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
Mm-hmm.
He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old, old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing.
Brogy Frenzy says, I worked with some Dutch people. One from Holland, one from Brabant, one from Zeeland. And I don't think they'd call each other compatriots either. Oh, my god, get it together, the Netherlands. Where's
love
the
Ravachol,
cohesion?
though. I hope she loves me, too.
But that is interesting, actually. How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
Oh.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no, we even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
Oh my god, Kim, we're 0 for 2 here. Okay.
The adversary one.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice.
Oh my god.
Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
Now, see, this feels like a line of dialogue that was definitely written before the recording, right? Because the voice lines came later, and we've heard this man's voice, and it was not a beautiful, soft voice that they VO'd him with. I was going to say, I noticed that we're down to 2 little cocktail glasses next to Harry. And just, can you imagine sobering up during a conversation like this? I can't imagine anything perhaps worse.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes.
Hmm.
Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It was an Orenye's map of the waterways?
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
Oh yeah? That waterway map tattoo. Huge chick magnet.
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands.
Uh-huh.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore." Don't
Progi
ask me
Frenzy
about
says
that."
this description is lifted from my life.
Okay.
Oh.
What's this, baby? And he's like,
Very impressive.
"Saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths."
Wow.
And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Minus the racism. Ideal. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? Hand her the photo.
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Yes, I was the woman. Kim, can you please move the picture so it looks like he's still alive? Just jiggle it a little bit.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms.
It's working.
From a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed. So they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy.
Oh, we leveled up.
Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Could it be love that did him in? 'Twas beauty killed the beast?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean? I guess it's a weird question for me to ask since... It's fine, since I initiated this topic, but what do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
He told me. Love did him in. Is this when we had the weird vision of him talking?
That's not funny, officer.
Sorry, what I meant to say is... I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right. Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
All right.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yeah.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
Do not say that that's younger than me.
How old are you?
Oh no.
That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58.
Well, Kim also guessed that the other guy was older than he thought, so maybe Kim is just bad at guessing people's age. What if you're wrong? We were both wrong about the deceased. He turned out to be like 40.
42.
And
he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that. Kim is gonna love this joke.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
That's true! Kim, you're alright. You're right. I'm probably 62. Let's leave it at that.
I didn't say 62. I said 58.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Thought Generated. Date of birth generator. I do want to do that because that's pretty funny. Oh my god, one more door. What does this do? A door that I can't open. That's a thought that I need to have. Oh, but we need to increase our logic so we can do that stupid check again. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Speaking of getting a lot of exercise, we're gonna go... Oh, it's gonna kill me if I mess it up, though. Okay, so we're not gonna do that, actually. Lord, because I do not have the health to be able to do that, nor any way to heal myself, nor really should I be drinking more alcohol. So instead, we'll do some karaoke. No, we'll talk to Tom Hardy. Then we'll do karaoke. My man.
It's you again. What is it?
Sorry, just walk slowly over here. Thank you. A little bit. There you go. I talked to Klasia about the tape. And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the
Karaoke will heal your soul. True.
I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
I think this will aggravate him if we say that she laughed it off, because I think it will fracture his fragile masculinity. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus, and that's why we're gonna do it.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Oh, Kim, you're right on the same page as me. Fantastic. We're doing this.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Kim, you're my rock.
Seems
as
like
always.
they wanted to give Klasia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Elizabeth?
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth. It seems like you're trying to rub your chin.
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
Kim, get that gun ready. I think you had a lie planned, but you didn't play along. Kim, draw the gun.
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Oh!
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
I heard there are a lot of vermouth, too.
Yeah, guys. We should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Come on, Shanky, stand up for yourself.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaborations to derail the investigation.
Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. They're confused. This is growing over their heads.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
Kim?
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
He throws his beer can down.
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over.
Oh, we're gonna flip Titus.
Your little
We got him on wiretapping and
over.
being a a jerk who tells big fibs to the police.
Yeah.
There's a silence in the room. Alan tries saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
Kim, give me the very long straw.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20
Hey,
beers.
Soul Foundry,
Dock
welcome.
workers,
Says happy
idiot.
stream all.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
Guard.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Ah. Click fingers. Convince Titus he's being manipulated. How hard could it be? How hard could it be? Soul Foundry, just to catch you up. We got a tape from Titus. We went and showed it to the victim. She was like, she didn't change her story, even though they were hoping she would. We've come back. We've nailed him for obstructing this investigation. Now we're going to flip him. Convince Titus he's being manipulated. 72%. Come on. Don't do this to me. You piece!
Them like a fiddle.
Ugh.
Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
Okay, man, it's clear you're being played like a fiddle. Play an imaginary fiddle.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one's fiddling anyone in here.
Glenn?
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Who do you think? Imaginary fiddle. Grin sagely.
I think you're losing it, Fiddle Man.
No. This fucking suicide carny is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus Hardy. Put the fiddle down. Or walk away. It's that
Don't buy any lottery tickets. Yeah, I guess not.
Put the
Jeez.
fiddle down. Put it down, officer.
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept was solid, but the delivery tragically off. You sounded like a madman, not a cop.
What do I need? Rhetoric? Hold on. Just a second, Titus. Go take a seat. We'll be right back. I just gotta change my clothes here for a second. Maybe you shouldn't, since all your bad luck has been spent on this game. True. Only one way to find out. Okay, not that. Do I have anything that increases my rhetoric? Weird that none of my clothes make me better at talking. Except for this one. Bam. Okay, then we gotta go. So, does the dice... Will the die let me do that again? I guess not. It let me do some stuff again, sort of, maybe, but in a way that's a little bit difficult to understand. Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
Oh, we should have saved. It's not too late. Pierogi Frenzy says cigarettes, but I don't think you'd survive. Ugh. Okay. Real quick. No? Save? You're not gonna believe this, but the pause button doesn't work. Okay. Well, it doesn't work on the controller, but for some reason I can do it here. Is the controller busted, or I think the game's busted? Soul Foundry says we're getting a new dialing system at work, and I can either read knit/crochet or game on my phone now. Ah, so what game should I play? I brought my Switch today, but I don't think this is gonna work long term. Or Game Pass on my phone. Oh, what do I like to play on my phone? Gosh. I played auto chess on my phone for a while, but I don't know if that's still good. That was a long time ago. Can you play Super Auto Pets on your phone? That might be my suggestion. Let's see. Super Auto Pets. Just Googling real quick. Soul Foundry says, I'll check. I play so much Pokemon Go. It is... Yeah, it's available on iOS. That's the one we played, if people don't remember. which had the little emoji animals. Super. Oh my God, so many friggin' games. Do you think when they named Super Mario Brothers that they realized how much of an enormous effect it would have on games forever? Self-Henry says, if anyone needs a friend in Pokemon Go, I got a quest to add a friend right now. This game, where you build the little team of cute emoji animals and fight other people's teams. This, I think, would be really fun on mobile. That's my recommendation. Okay. Bam. We quick save. Let's talk to this man. Unwisebird says, I think Peglin has an iOS version. That would also be very good.
It's you.
Self-Henry says, I'll check that out.
What
Nice. How's the sales competition going, by the way? When do you find out about that? All right, convince Titus he's being manipulated. Soulfoundry says, Peglin is on my phone already. Pierogi Frenzy says, I just need any friend. Sob. How sad. Okay, Titus. If we fail this check, it might be the end of our playthrough. Let's do it.
Convince Titus is being manipulated. Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker.
I don't know what... Oh, you know what the music is? It's from Super Auto Pets. It's the trailer for it is playing in the background. I was like, why are there like gunshots happening right now? Got it. My bad.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspapers blow in the wind.
What are those sounds? Sorry, that was from this Steam playing the trailer. That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. And Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because
of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Giants Matcher says, feature request for Peglin. Ball should go the direction I want when I tilt the screen. You should be able to put a little English on it. Or like when you wave your hands at the bowling alley and it makes the bowling ball move a little bit.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember. Oh, and Soulfighter says, oh, March Madness competition drama. You're in IT. You know how releases go. Okay. They released in the middle of a competitive season, and legit today I was talking to a friend. It is Tuesday. Where's my bracket? We both laughed because this is March Madness. Who's going to win that Tupperware? It is Tupperware week for prizes. Oh no, they broke it? Oh, why are they making changes during the season? That's not right. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Nobody likes you, Angus.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Turn to Angus. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? Uh-oh.
You feel something in your chest.
Stop.
Pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Your jaw.
Jesus Christ. I fucking hate this game. Oh, okay, fine. How long ago did we save?
Very, very bad. There's no shame in surrendering now. Cop suffers final heart attack. Detective Lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday.
Giant Batch says, oh no!
Did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met.
Pierogi friend, he says, for what it's worth, I've played through 4 times and never even had this happen once. I really don't know what the deal is. Oh my god. Collage content policy. Oh, no spoilers, please. It's okay. It's fine. So I guess we gotta drink something. Seems unwise. Ah yes, this mechanic that also doesn't quite work. For some reason, I can only drink if I have alcohol in both hands. Not totally sure what that's about. Go buy some health stuff at Freet. Oh, is that where I get the good stuff? Got it. Well, I'm fine for now. Let's do that in a second. And do I have my right clothes on? Yes, please, for the love of Keem! Okay. But am I wearing the right shirt? No. This way lies madness, PB. Hello, Rangoet. We just had another heart attack. Just literally talking to some guys, so that's good. But more importantly, we listened to the tape that we got from Mr. Titus, and talked to the victim, came back, talked to them. We're trying to break the Union boys.
Is this about?
So you finally had a good swig. Oh yeah.
I don't really know anything.
Just sell me the fucking. Give me some pastries.
You see several the packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked.
I don't want a
making it easy to
raincoat.
take unnoticed.
I want. Is this not free? Wait. No, this is
about
free.
the question?
A colourful.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
The raincoat is free if you steal it. They're in the medicine cabinet thingy. Oh wait, this is all just beer, right? Oh, we have drinks though. We have drinks. Or this, oh, this medicine cabinet maybe?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says 1 bottle.
Excuse me, I have the tear bag, but no tear.
No. You
Okay. Okay. How about this one? Nope. Stop.
A small cabinet on the wall.
Here
filled
we
with
go.
various medicine
Can I have some
bottles,
Dramamine,
nasal sprays, and blister
please?
Okay, here.
And
Fake
some
piece makes you feel better
Nosafed.
or something. Okay, here.
That'll be good.
I
The
hope
Pale Age
fake
vodka is
piece
such a
makes you feel
scam.
better or something.
Death worth all my pennies for the finale. Hole in one. Okay, God, we got it. We got there in the end. That's what's important. Fine. Now we have some health and some brain health. Let's go in. Quick save. The quick save button still is not working on the controller, but that's okay. I can use the keyboard. This is no obstacle to my great success. Oh wait, yes it does. Wait, what was I thinking? Okay, it's working again. We're good. I guess... I don't know why that started working. Okay. Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
Listen up, bub. Did I save before or after I put a skill point in? After. Okay, my friend, you are being manipulated.
Convince Titus he's been.
One of his boys will
fat
tell
Emma.
us.
Just remember, outside in the midday sun.
All right, let's try this again. That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you.
Because
Or
of
because-
some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out.
We're gonna take this a
Now
little
go in
easier
for
also.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Look at Kim first. Kim?
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster.
Oh my god, Kim
Gives
actually
you
has the
an
gun ready for us for
acceptable
once.
nod. What? What does that mean?
Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? Please no heart attacks. Please no heart attacks. Please no heart
We didn't
attacks.
kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Oh shit, Kim perceived the weapon getting ready to be drawn that I failed to notice. The room falls quiet, so quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Rangowitz says they're so scared of you and your bad heart. They don't know that. And Weiser says he should really have the defibrillator ready instead of the gun.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Elizabeth!
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Oh, shoot.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Okay, on the coast. Oh my god, are we gonna have to go to the fucking beach again? It's fine.
You're in. He's all yours.
Rangowitz says Elizabeth is kind of a shit lawyer. I mean, it kind of seems like they... Yeah, no, I agree. She didn't do a super great job. Yeah, and Titus is honestly not a bad dude. Is he? He sort of hanged a guy. I guess he hanged a dead guy. That's... And wiretapping. Let's not forget the wiretapping that we're going to nail him for after this. Rangowitz says, I mean, he's on the right side. Hey, he was already dead. True. But also, Rangowitz, no spoilers, please. Please, no spoilers. I know that there's a delay in the audio. Please, 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 please. So you didn't kill him. Ugh, you moral absolutist. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. I wasn't going to say anything. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Rangowitz says, why is this Titus not pronounced Titus? I seriously hate FF10 for that. We say it sometimes that way. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. Oh, I gotcha. I meant like also as in like, you know, it's Titus. Got it. I understand. Like a rhetorical also.
He nods.
So you didn't kill him.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Interesting.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them.
2 of them?
Note of this.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
Sure. Soulfinder says Titus is a great name. Titus. Titus Andronikis. Not in the fun
It
way.
looked
Okay.
like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
Giant Spider says Titus is Tidus, maybe, in Nihongo.
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Oh my god, the politician in the dead hooker with the motel room scenario? Soulfinder says, well, I can't use IPA here yet. I used to have that keyboard. That's Chida. Ah! Giant Spider says, I'm skipping my Japanese class to watch stream. I'm sick. Ah, true. I've been sick. Man, I've been sick for like the last week. I feel you. I got like I've tested for COVID over and over, but it's been like COVID in slow motion. I've just been getting hit by like one symptom at a time. I had a sore throat, and then a cold, and then a fever, and then on Sunday and Monday I felt like I'd just been hit by like a tub of bricks. I don't know, man. I got something. Slovid. Oh yeah. Dude, I don't know. I don't remember. Tida, perhaps. That's Tida. Got it. Renguat says, Tida has some very specific scenarios to relate to. True. Yeah, that does feel like not a frame of reference that everybody would for instance, everybody would have experience with. Pierogi Frenzy says, these Japanese letters are all Greek to me.
Good
Very
analogy,
good.
boss.
The rat-faced man Snickers. I wouldn't eat a rat-faced man Snicker, but, whatever, man.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy, too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the
Sorry, what I should have said, Giant Spatula, is I hope you feel better. I'm sorry you're feeling sick.
Window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
A glazier, you say? If Glazier didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world.
Unwisebird says, real talk, I think paydays are better than Snickers. Is paydays like, excuse me, a hiccup. Paydays like the same elements, right? Of peanut butter and caramel and like chocolate? Is there... Yeah, what is a payday? I'm trying to think of what a payday is. It's a candy bar, but I can't quite put my face... Okay, we can look this up. I have the internet. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. Can I, please? Lots of peanuts. Lots of peanuts. Soul Foundry says, I can't eat chocolate usually. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Payday sounds good. Okay, payday bar is... Oh yeah, okay. I actually was thinking of the wrong thing. I think I was imagining a Baby Ruth. Rangot says, I think he's saying payday is better than a bar of Snickers, as in getting paid or robbing the bank. Ah! Wait, there's peanuts on the outside? Is there no chocolate? Oh! $4.69? How many? 11.6 ounces. Delivery. I think I'm probably good for that. Payday confection. Payday, styled as Payday, is a brand of chocolate bar, candy bar. Released a chocolatey Payday bar as a permanent part of the Payday product line. It is identical to the regular bar, but covered by a layer of chocolate. Just caramel and peanuts. That actually sounds kind of good. Salty and amazing. And Soul Foundry says, I remember these well suddenly. And Rangot says, I will say, Payday, despite not having it, seems better because I'm not a big Snickers bar, but peanut bars are nice, especially with chocolate. And Pierogi Frenzy says, yeah, I'm with Soul Foundry. Paydays are great. The salt is nice. I gotta get some paydays, clearly. Oh, there's the one with chocolate that looks like an unfortunate bowel movement. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to go there. Payday chocolate. Classic Hershey candy. That does look nice. It's got a truckload of peanuts. Sweet caramel. It's salty. There's protein. I don't know if I want cookies from a candy company. Let's close... Perfect joke. Let's close this. Who is SH? I mean SF. Soul Foundry. Right. These people. Who are the people after the lawyer?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And Pierogi Frenzy says, you may recall Master Billy Quizboy describing Pete White's bowel movement as a bucket full of payday bars? Really? Anyway. Oh, I'd love to do a Pete White, like, Halloween costume sometime. I would have to dye my hair, but I think I could pull it off. Ringwet says, you're telling me you don't want that candy company to sell you more nuts? That was a Venture Brothers reference. Oh, yeah! Love that show.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside.
Oh my God.
Behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
Soul Foundry says, Charmed versus Supernatural. Go! I gotta be real. I have not watched either of these shows, but I'll say Supernatural because it's salty, just like the Payday Bar. Oh, perfect. Still got it. Okay.
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe.
Sam the Geek says, Heresy! Hello, welcome, Sam the Geek.
For her.
Oh.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past, too?
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns.
Sam the Geek says, I've been here, just not chatting. That's all right. Love a lurker. Genuinely.
Could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
You think this is bad? Wait until I do karaoke in a few minutes.
These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb as he looks.
Rangoet says the plot twist is we did it while drunk. Don't ask how that works when we were called in for the hanged man. Oh my God. Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
What, she just like gestured to you? What do you mean?
Remember the two girls?
Ah.
Talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker. The missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
I would bicker with you about this, but honestly, I did have a heart attack just minutes ago, so
That
yeah.
woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? No, you know what? You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boys. And that's it.
All right. Can you tell me anything about this affiliate? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Thanks for your time, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Kim, draw the gun.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Hey, Noodles, welcome. Says, just finished being sick. Currently in recovery stage. Oh, I'm so sorry. Giant Spatch has been sick, and I've been sick too. I'm sorry to hear it. I hope you feel better. I also like your little 2023 logo that's next to your name. That's cool. Quick save. I just feel like this is the perfect moment for karaoke. Did we all get sick at the same time, like 2 days ago? Oh my god, this stream was a super spreader event. Are we siblings?
Well, well. Bringing in that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Gart, I need to sing karaoke now. I brought you a bird, remember, before you say no.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Gart?
You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Sam the Geek says it's always, Soil Foundry rather, says it's always the perfect moment for karaoke. And Sam the Geek says, I'm not sick. Well, I'm glad that you're not sick. I'm glad you're feeling well. Giant Spatch says, yes, OMG! Rengot says, Kim, look, we have an excuse to arrest someone in need of therapy. Time to do our job. Why do you even have a PA system if no one's gonna use it?
It's for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
How is Ghost Dog? I haven't seen Ghost Dog yet. I ended up watching Poor Things and Crimson Peak instead this weekend. Which are both pretty good movies. What happened in 44? Heard Poor Things is good? Poor Things is good. Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai? Yeah, Pierogi Frenzy. Noodles recommended it to me last week, but I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. And Ringwatz has also just finished The Green Knight earlier today. How was The Green Knight? Do we need to do another retelling of Sir Gawain and The Green Knight? I don't think we'll ever be able to get it that good. Noodles says, yeah, I recommended last stream. And Pierogi Frenzy says, sick movie, good rec. Giant Budget says, one of those is a good movie and one of them isn't. Both have good costumes, though. That's true. That's true. I don't know which one you mean. I feel like that could go either way, depending on your tastes. They did both have good costumes. And good sets, too, in both of them. So that's something. What was I going to say? Oh, The Green Knight. How was The Green Knight? I keep almost watching The Green Knight and then being like, I don't want to do this right now. But I've nearly watched The Green Knight probably 5 times. What happened in 44, karaoke-wise?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
Wow. Pierogi Frenzy says, watch 1670 on Netflix. I'm evangelizing everywhere. Hilarious, like Monty Python / The Office / Parks and Rec in medieval Poland. I do like the sound of that. 1670, I'll remember that. Rangwat says, a lot of really weird moments and little stories I enjoyed. The presentation was great. Oh, Noodle says, also the Lobotomy Corporation game. Totally not a stream game. It's a hyper-management game. Jesus Christ. Good to know. Yeah, if I have to focus really any amount at all, it might not be a good game for a stream. Pierogi Frenzy says, and Giant Spatula, the costumes are amazing. Rangwat says, the writing, though, not always the best, and is either very ambiguous or in your face with themes. I see. Running hot and cold, but never in the middle, huh? That's the phrase. It lacks the Goldilocks levels of subtleness. Giant Spider says, Pierogi Frenzy. 1670 on Netflix. Okay. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Do we do this? We've done this before. Is it sad if we're hearkening back to the things we've done before? Redwood says, but worth watching for the style and weird surreal moments. Let's get Microsoft Paint up. I don't need Bing for this. So if y'all don't know the story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, I'm going to do this unprovoked, despite repeatedly trying to provoke chat into asking for it. Nobody has done so, but nonetheless, here's a little story. Let's make this black because that's the color that we usually use. Let's just bring this up. No, it's a throwback. Okay, so we're going to see if I can remember the story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, which last time we did it, I had kind of... Piotr reads the entire script. Last time we did this, I had kind of planned what I was going to say and had, like, practiced it, and now I'm trying to do it completely off the dome. So we'll see how this goes. So, long ago... IDK, how different the film is from the classic tale? Well, you'll be able to tell us in a second. Perfect. We've got the... I like this lighter green, actually. So, way back in the time... Oh my god, that doesn't look good. Let me try capturing this a different way. Sorry. Real quick. You guys can see the cursor everywhere, right? That's not just on my end. I imagine the classic tale doesn't have the gay stuff? You might be surprised! Let's see. Can I capture this in a way that actually works? Please. Please. And Regwet says, oh, interesting. How can I... there has to be a way. No, the classic tale is pretty gay. it's yeah, I would say so. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. That'll do. Let's go to this. And then I'm going to do one of these. Okay, so. Neil says, little Timmy saw the local knight removing his armor, and his penis never recovered. The end. No. Let me actually just change one more thing real quick. Okay, here we go. So, long ago in the days of King Arthur, it was Christmas. And you know what you do when it's Christmas. I'm supposed to be drawing the Green Knight while I do this, right? You know what you do when it's Christmas. When it's Christmas, you've got to play Christmas games, because that's what you do on Christmas. And so King Arthur is out with Sir Gawain, and he's playing some like one-on-one basketball or something with him out in front of the castle. And this enormous green man rides up on a horse, okay? And runs up to them and says, "Aha! Ah! I see you two gentlemen are playing Christmas games. I would love to play a Christmas game with you too, if you have the time." Proggy Frenzy says, "I don't know what's going on, but I love it." We should zoom this in, maybe. We'll do it at the end. He says, I'd love to play some Christmas games with you fine gentlemen if you have the time. And you know, King Arthur was like, we're kind of already doing something. But Sir Gawain, he never turns down a Christmas game. And so he's all about it. And he's like, yeah, I'll play a Christmas game. What have you got in mind, Mr. Green Knight? Rangwet says, I don't believe it's King Arthur in the film. Well, it's King Arthur in the story. And, no, sorry, I don't know why I was combative about that. There was no reason for it. So Pyotr drawing after 2 months. King Arthur. Oh yeah, so King Arthur's not up for it, but Sir Gawain's like, let's do it. What Christmas game do you have in mind that you want to play with us? And the Green Knight is like, here's my Christmas game. I have this enormous metal green axe, as you can see, that's very fancy, and my Christmas game goes like this. First, I'm going to let you take this big green axe and chop off my head. And then 1 year from now, you come to my house and I'll chop off your head. How does that sound? It's Deaf Arthur in the film? Ah, okay, got it. And Sir Gawain's like, are you sure I can just chop off your head? That's going to be totally cool with you? And he's like, yeah, that's how this Christmas game works. And if you win, you get to keep my green axe, and it'll be totally sweet. You could put it above the mantelpiece or whatever, and everybody will talk about how cool it looks up there. And you'll be able to tell them this story. It'll be kind of a conversation piece. Trust me, it's a really good deal for you. And King Arthur's really into it too now. He's like kind of egging Sir Gawain on. And so Sir Gawain agrees that he's going to do this. He's like, okay, fine, I'll play your Christmas game with you. And so the Green Knight hops off his giant green horse, and he kneels down on his, on the ground, and lays his head on like a stump that's there by the blacktop, and he says, "Okay, here's my axe. You can chop off my head now." And so Sir Gawain is like, "All right," and he winds up. He picks the axe up above his head, and he brings it down and chops the Green Knight's head off in one swell swoop. It's a swell swoop, not a fell swoop. That is not me misspeaking. Axe time! Oh yeah! And basically, as a result, the knight's head is severed from his body, as you might expect. However, as you might not expect, he then gets up from the ground, picks up his head, hops back onto his horse, and says, "Okay, Sir Gawain, I'll see you in 1 year." And Sir Gawain is like, shit, because, now he's going to have to get his head chopped off. But King Arthur's like, look, it's not a big deal. You've got a year to figure it out. We'll have you, we'll figure something out before a year comes up. But you know how it is. Like, when you're trying, I put abs in his armor. I don't know if his armor is supposed to have abs in it. But you know how it is. When you are you're trying to plan for something, way in advance like that, you kind of forget about it until the last minute. And wouldn't you know, Christmas rolls around. It's like 3 days before Christmas or something like that. And do Proust next. Perfect. And Sir Gawain is like, shoot, we forgot to figure out what we're going to do about me getting my head chopped off. But look, Sir Gawain is a man of his word. And so he decides he's still going to go out to the castle. This guy's gonna have some huge gauntlets, I just decided. He's gonna go out to the castle and keep up his end of the bargain, because that's the Christmas game, and you don't back out of a Christmas game, especially if you're not like a fancy chivalric knight like Sir Gawain is. I like these gloves, actually. Came out good. I hope I'm gonna be able to do 2 of them. No, I don't like that line though. So anyway, so Sir Gawain is riding out, and he's not totally sure where this Green Knight lives. He's got kind of a vague idea of where he's supposed to go, but that's about it. So if I to redeem today's featured hero clicks, we'll do that right after this. I guess this will just be like a little fist. And Froggy Frenzy says, Lamau, Soul Foundry can't take it anymore. Look, so he's riding out, and night starts to fall, and he still hasn't managed to find the Green Knight's castle. But he does come across like a nobleman who's riding out in the woods, and the nobleman's like, "Hey, do you know where the Green Knight's castle is?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I totally know where that is. It's just like a few miles down the road. But tell you what, why don't you know, it's 3 days till Christmas still. You're almost there. Why don't you stay with me, and then you can get your head chopped off after 3 days as you originally planned. But until then, you can stay at my house. It'll be totally dope. I've been looking for like a new cool bro to go hunting with, and I think that you could be the guy, Sir Gawain." In between, an important detail of the story is that Sir Gawain told him about the whole Christmas game, the whole thing that he's doing. So he goes to the guy's house, and this is the part of the story that I'm not going to remember. So just brace yourself, because there may be some fictionalization coming up if I forget what we're actually supposed to happen. So anyway, I don't know how to do this glove either. I thought this was so cool, and now I've kind of fucked it up. So anyway, Sir Gawain goes to the guy's house, and he's having dinner, and the wife is like super flirty with him for some reason. And Sir Gawain tries to kind of look the other way about it, but it's very overt, and he feels a little bit uncomfortable. And so because he's feeling uncomfortable, he drinks a little bit more wine than probably he should. But, you know, they're partying, and he's going to get his head chopped off in 3 days. So can you really blame him? And after a long night of drinking and partying and eating like a whole turkey and stuff, the nobleman is like, "Listen, my friend, we got to go hunting tomorrow. But I want to propose like a fun hunting game that we can play, which is basically we're both going to go hunting, and then whatever I catch, I give to you, and whatever you catch, you give to me." And Sir Gawain's like, "That's great, because then even if I lose, then I kind of win, because I would still get the stuff that you caught. That seems extremely balanced. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's do it. That'll be super fun tomorrow." And then Sir Gawain goes to bed, okay? Now, Sir Gawain, having drunk a lot of beer or wine or whatever, wakes up very late the next morning. His gloves don't match. Don't worry about it. This is the opening for the new Cake King. And Progy Frenzy says, "Let's just remember..." Okay, I'm going to catch up on chat after this, because it's going to take forever if I try to also read chat and keep forgetting what I'm talking about. So anyway, so Sir Gawain wakes up late, and in fact, he gets woken up by the nobleman's wife coming into the room. And Sir Gawain's like, "Whoa, nobleman's wife, I don't think you should be in here, because isn't your husband going to be pissed?" And she's like, "Oh no, he's not in the house right now. He already left because, he wanted to go out hunting and you were still asleep. He didn't want to wake you up. And so that's that. So now I'm here, and don't worry, we can have fun, sexy times, and he'll never know." And Sir Gawain's like, "Look, I can't do that." And she's like, "Come on, can't you even just give me like a little kiss?" And Sir Gawain, he doesn't want to be rude. He doesn't want to put her off. And so he's like, "Yeah, fine, I'll give you like a little kiss, I guess." And so they have a little quick smooch. And then Sir Gawain goes out. He kind of drags his butt out of bed, and he tries to go hunting. And he doesn't catch anything all day because he's hungover, and he's not really much of a hunter to begin with. He thought he was going to be riding with this cool noble guy, but instead he's not. He doesn't catch anything, and he comes home, and the noble guy has caught like some rabbits that he found while he was out. And Sir Gawain feels a little bit emasculated by this. And so the nobleman is like, "Let's trade now. Let's trade the things that we caught on our first day of hunting." And the nobleman gives him the rabbits, and Sir Gawain is like, I don't have anything to give. But then he's like, "Oh, actually, I did get something hunting today." And so he gives the nobleman a little kiss. Yeah, because he got the kiss. And the nobleman is like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. Where, my friend, did you catch that?" And Sir Gawain's like, No, that's not part of the deal. I would never say, don't even worry about it. And so they both laugh about it, and he's like, "You, Sir Gawain, you are really a card." That's the end of the first day, and they feast again, and they go to sleep again, and the next morning, Sir Gawain wakes up and he is hungover again. Because, of course, if you're hungover once and then you try to drink again 2 nights in a row, you're almost certainly going to have a bad time. And indeed, that's what happens. This plate should be bigger on his knees. And so he wakes up in the morning, and who is there but the wife again? And she's like, Sir Gawain, we gotta get freaky ASAP, because you're gonna get your head chopped off in 3 days. And my husband, he didn't want to wait for you, so he went out hunting without you again. And now is the perfect time for us to do it. And Sir Gawain is like, no, I couldn't possibly. And she says, just give me a kiss then. Just give me a little kiss. And those legs look really good, and not like he has 2 dicks coming out of his torso. Okay. And so it'll look better when he has boots. So anyway, so Sir Gawain goes out hunting again. He does the little kiss deal again, and he goes out hunting. And it's the same thing again. He doesn't catch anything the whole time that he's out there. And at the end of the day, he exchanges the catches with the nobleman, and the nobleman is caught like a fox and a couple of herons or something. And so he gets the fox and the herons, and again he gives to the nobleman his little smooch again, just the same way as he did before. And the nobleman's like, another smooch. Sir Gawain, you're doing very well here at my house. And Sir Gawain's like, yeah, I know, whatever. And they have another feast again, and it's the 3rd night, okay? And Sir Gawain wakes up in the morning, hungover even more so than before. And also, it's the morning when he's going to get his head chopped off, so that just makes it even worse. And who should be there, once again, but the wife? And she's like, Sir Gawain, I gotta be real. I am in love with you, and I can't stand the idea of you getting your head chopped off. I lied. There's one more day before he gets his head chopped off. And oh my god. And she's like, I'm gonna give you a smooch, but also I'm gonna give you this magical green, I don't know how to draw a second boot, this is not gonna go well. I'm gonna give you this magical green handkerchief that it's a sash, that if you tie it around your neck, then when the guy tries to chop off your head, you won't be harmed. The thing will just bounce off of you, and you'll be totally A-okay. And Sir Gawain is like, this is a very good thing for me to have the day before my head gets chopped off. I appreciate this. And so Sir Gawain goes out hunting again. He doesn't catch anything again. This time, the nobleman is caught like a full-ass deer. And so he gives Sir Gawain the deer, and Sir Gawain gives him the little kiss. And the nobleman says, just a little kiss, huh? You didn't catch anything else here at my house today? Didn't come into anything that might be something that you should give to me as part of our arrangement? And Sir Gawain knows that if he's doing the right thing, then he really should, try to he should give him the sash, but he doesn't do it. He holds on to the sash because he's afraid of getting his head cut off. And so the next morning, he's got the sash with him. He puts it around his neck, like a little scarf or a kerchief or something, and he goes out to meet with the Green Knight. And the Green Knight is there. He's like, oh my god, Sir Gawain, you're a man of your word. It's fantastic to see you here. I am going to chop off your head now. And I don't like that line. Sir Gawain, I think we should do less to this now. The cape was a mistake. Sir Gawain kneels down on the ground, and the Green Knight lifts up his axe, ready to chop off his head, and he starts to swing it down, but then he just gives Sir Gawain a little nick on the neck. And he says, Sir Gawain, it's me, the nobleman, somehow. I'm also the Green Knight. And listen, bud, you came to my house. You mostly, you came out here, which was the right thing to do. And when you were at my house, you mostly told me the truth, but I did have to give you a little cut on the neck because you fibbed to me. You said you held on to the green sash, even though you weren't supposed to do that. And Sir Gawain is like, dang, you got me, but thanks for not chopping off my head. And from that day forward, Sir Gawain always wore a green sash tied around his waist as a reminder that he should be honest. And that is the long-winded and rambling story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. There you go. Okay, that was much worse than the first time we did it. There was a lot in the middle where I just kept rambling while I tried to remember the next part of the story, and I apologize for this. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Rangwat says, also it's weird and dumb in the film because the game is you must pierce me from a scratch to a chopping off a limb, but it's returned a year when you come to meet me. Oh, so he like chooses to chop off the head even though he knows it means he would get his head chopped off. That is weird. Rangwat says, did you skip a lot or does the film just add a bunch of smaller stories? Giant Splotcher says, film adds a lot and also Gawain is a coward in the film instead of cool knight. Rangwat says, also the guy already knows him in the film because his tail is spread across the lands. That might be the case. That is a detail that potentially I am misremembering. Pierogi Frenzy says, let's just remember the main problem with the film. The main character isn't wholly believable. Soulfinder says, this is the opening for the new Cake King. Those gloves match. You can't see the other side. Oh yeah, the gloves are perfect matches for each other. Don't worry about it. And the drawing is flawless and the cape was a good idea. And that's why I will not erase it right now. Nope, I'm not going to do it. The Green Goblin is half a kid. Oh yeah, that's why he's got those Knuckles gloves. I see you. Rangwat says, I love that they both cheat on him. Oh, and Soulfighter says, a little smooch. I need to give those to more people. Probably on the bus. You just make sure that they're into it, would be my recommendation. And Soulfighter says, magical green handkerchief / sash. My flaming rainbow scarf, I assume. Rangwat says, I don't want to spoil too much new, but I will say in the film he's more pressured into doing it with her for the magic belt. I see. Pierogi Frenzy says, is this the new Marina Abramovich? Here's a rainbow choker. Let's have a matching set. Soulfighter says, Marvel movie. Yes, I like the cape. Rangwat says, what the fuck? This wasn't in the film. Soulfighter says, I didn't read about this in the book either. Uh-oh, I may have mistold it. Rangwat says, they do say the Green Knight is someone you know. Uh-oh. Does H.B. Smart want to make changes to this device? No. But I also think that's before he meets the nobleman. Soulfinder says, and as a reminder of his homosexual romp with his executioner turned lover. Oh, that's why he wears the sash. But yeah, let's focus on honesty. Soulfinder says, wait, there's a film on this? Apparently so, yeah. Rangwat says, Piotr Bizzle, it's weird, but he does that and keep wanting to fight the Green Knight for the honor, while all the others don't even agree to the game. But as a knight, he agrees to it for the shallow sense of respect. I think that is different, from the original story. But if you read the King Arthur stories, they're always doing shit like that. It's always like, you have to do something really stupid or you're not a brave knight. And they're like, oh no, I gotta be a brave knight. And so they do dumb stuff all the time. That's like half the King Arthur stories. I don't think this one, but it's a lot of them. Sam the Geek says, the good thing with a legend like this is you can't tell it wrong. True. And so Noodles says, I am now Soul Foundry. I'm sorry, Noodles. I'm sure I missaid some of the names there as I was flying through chat. And Soul Foundry says, I'm so confused. This is a King Arthur story? Yeah, Sir Gawain is one of the Knights of the Round Table. So kind of. Let's save this. Save this here. Let me just save this picture. We'll call this Green Knight. I regret doing that a little bit. The last time we did this went much better. Let's, however, for now, go to, as requested by Soul Foundry, and definitely going to be in focus. The camera's definitely going to be in focus when we switch to it. Please. Today's featured hero clicks, which is not going to be in focus. Great. This train wreck keeps on rolling. Love to see it. Today's featured hero clicks, which will be in focus momentarily, just after I turn off the autofocus, is just a little guy. And that's pretty good. Today's featured hero clicks is Barber Surgeon. And I know what you're thinking. Barber Surgeon? That doesn't sound like any superhero that I know. And that is because this is a bit of a technicality. This actually isn't a hero clicks, technically, although he does have the dial. This is a Mage Knight figure. Sometime in the late 2000s, I bought a box of like 50 Mage Knight packs on eBay because I wanted a bunch of little characters that could be proxies for the game Heroscape. And it was very cheap to buy up Mage Knight figures. And here's one of them. He's like a weird little goblin guy with a hook hand and one eye and little pliers. And I love him. And that's why he's featured today on today's featured hero click section. Let me see. Let me catch up on here. Rangwat says about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, which also the film in general has more complex themes than just be honest. Seems good. A lot more about living a simple, happy life rather than sacrificing everything for honesty and respect. And Soulfinder says, perfect stram every time. And Rangwat says, for context, the nobleman's mansion is like the final act of the film. Soulfinder says, I love this one already. I've been meaning to cut my own hair for a week now. Giant Spatcha says, excuse me, what? What part of it do you find confusing? It's the barber surgeon. It's a Mage Knight figure. Soulfinder says, my bestie is like, you can cut your own hair, and I just can't. I know a guy who always talks about how he cuts his own hair. I think I've said this on the stream before. And I was like sick of hearing him talk about how he cuts his own hair. So this was before the pandemic. One time I was like, that's it. I'm going to cut my own hair so that the next time he brings it up, I can be like, whatever, I cut my own hair too, and it wasn't even that hard. And it is that hard. I did a bad job, and I regretted it. So the moral of the story is, don't cut your own hair unless you really know what you're doing, which I did not. Noodle says, I changed barbers. Actually picked a salon full of gay people, but I can't back out now. But they'll know how to cut your hair right. That's a stereotype that I have about gay people, apparently, that they know how to cut your hair right. Noodle says, well, they always gay checked me the moment I went in. I don't blame them, but I'm there for a haircut, totally. And Rangot says, that's the best kind of barbers. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, the barber surgeon, let's compare him real quick to our standard-sized Karen. I think you'll be delightfully surprised to see that he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Just for thoroughness, we are going to bring out the level. As you can see, it's close, but Karen is a little bit taller than he is. Soulfinder says, my bestie has cut my hair for almost a decade. We described how to cut mine. He was so like, don't fuck this up. And he doesn't even cut his own hair. So I might cut my hair tonight. Oh my God, Godspeed if you decide to. You're a braver man than I am. Last but not least, good luck. Agreed. Barber Surgeon is 14 points, which makes him truly just a little guy. And also he is today's featured HeroClix, so now you know. We probably won't do a Mage Knight one again, but I saw this one recently and I thought it was cute, so there you go. Noodle says, I have a cousin who's a barber, and he told me cutting his own hair was needlessly complex and dizzying. He needed 4 mirrors to see every angle. That's how you know you're doing it right, though. If you need the way I did it, I had one bathroom mirror where the sides folded out, you know? The 2 of the sides are like cabinet doors, so you can have like a little bit of like multi-mirror action, but not nearly sufficient for what you would want. Soulfinder says, Piotr Bizzle, same. I got this. Godspeed. That's all I can say. So devotees will remember that at some point in this stream, we were playing Disco Elysium. And now we'll continue doing that. Perfect. Noodle says, now he has his own barber, the Barber. Oh my God, who barbs the barbers? A lot of people got killed because some asshole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, that's right. Okay, just a quick recap in case you came in. You know how when we go to MS Paint and tell a long rambling story, that just brings people into the stream. So if you were just joining us now, we are trying to convince Garth to let us sing karaoke. Even though really what we should be doing is confronting somebody about a new revelation about this alleged crime. It's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine. Also, I gave you the bird cart.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
Oh no, Kim! Oh no, Kim! He says he doesn't have any tapes! Oh, Kim! Oh my God, Gart! Kim, what are we gonna do? Oh, shaboom! Bam! Tape for you.
He's lying, but whatever. You don't really need his lame track.
I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt.
Oh, what a fucking idiot!
You've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Checkmate, you big idiot.
Fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Kim, it's happening.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Noodle says, Mr. Disco always keeps one handy.
Time to do the damage.
Goodbye. I have 1 drink in me, the perfect amount of drink for karaoke.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak.
I feel really just adding insult to injury to the Hardy Boys after getting played by me. That I'm now coming up on stage and singing insane karaoke.
You feel a little dizzy, A little unsteady suddenly.
Nonsense.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Finally!
I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Put your lips against the microphone. Test it. Giant Spatcher says, I'm so pleased I skipped Japanese class for this.
A loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing
Unwisemer
into
says,
it?
it's been an adventure getting here. It's been like 2 months.
Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Oh shit, I did it wrong. I made it harder. That's it. Let's just do it. I'm ready, Gart. Hit play. I'm never going to be more ready than I am now. Come on. Oh, I can't believe such an amateur mistake. No!
With anticipation.
Sorry, I misspoke. What I meant to say was,
Was there something you needed?
Oh, wait. Does anybody remember what the skill check was?
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing.
Oh, no, sorry. I don't need, there's something else I want to talk about. Wait! Oh, it's time. Okay, it's saved before I was going to go up here. Giant Spatcher says, no, that was important. Let's do
The
this.
stage is all you feel a little.
So, are you
Drama.
ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I'm ready, Guard. Hit it.
The air is thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in San, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Very good. My God, that was so worth it. We got so much experience too from that. Oh. Noodle says, TBH, the salon has better barbers on what I actually asked. They do have worse fades. Oh, but they actually listen to you instead of my previous barbers who kind of just nip my hair a bit and try to charge me more when I asked to cut it a bit more. I've been there for 6 months. Also why I left them. Complacent and demanding at that point and lazy. That is annoying. To be like, hey, actually, can you fix this part up? And they're like, oh, that's going to cost extra. Don't like it. Sir, is the straw hat necessary? Is this spoken word poetry? And Giant Spatcher says, I can't believe you beat Disco Elysium. It says, Piotr looks absolutely enthralled right now. This is the end? We did it? And Pierogi Frenzy says, Tom Wyatt's rules. Ah, yes. What did he sing? He sang some songs. I've heard him. He has that gravelly voice. Noah says, saved it at the end when he actually started singing. Ah, well, that was
Lazy
incredibly
flow
cathartic.
fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
It sounds more like Leonard Cohen. I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi, not to the lieutenant.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away.
I'm not going to not dedicate it to Kim.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Noodle says, OMG, the crowd loves you. Plus 100 to superstar persona. Say nothing. Leave enigmatically. Kim, everybody thought that was going to be terrible, and it was amazing. I'm the best. Progy Frenzy says, I'm so happy you made it here. It's such a great moment. I think the fact that we've been playing this for so long and that we clocked that as something we wanted to do so long ago is, like, just really intensified the catharsis. That was fantastic. Okay, Kim, now let's go do cop stuff.
Yes?
You don't have anything to say? I dedicated my song to you. That's fine. I know how you are, Kim. Glad to be here for this historical moment.
I really owe you one for getting us out of those reeds, officer. Finally got all that soot out of my hair. Name's Gary.
Rangwat says, hang on. Gary, I might have to come back.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Jesus Christ.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man, might this be the owner of that mug you found in the trash? This is something to ask him about.
I'll be right back. I have actual cop business to do. Giant Spotch says, Kim's touched, I can tell. And Progy Frenzy says, oh, you already met Gary. We briefly met him, although I don't think we spoke to him directly. Unwisebird says, we would die for Kim. Rangwat says, in the classic tale of the Green Knight, is just the nobleman then... if the Green Knight is just the nobleman, then how did the head thing work? I don't know. Some kind of enchantment. I guess it's not so much that the nobleman is the Green Knight. What am I trying to say? I think his true self is the Green Knight, and he takes the form of the nobleman because he's a magical man. And being a magical man is maybe also how he can get his head chopped off, but I don't know. We've had several heart attacks for Kim already. A wizard did it. Yes, exactly. He's just a magic man. Honestly, I think basically. This says he's not a yellow man, he's our yellow baby.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
You don't look surprised. You're expecting this?
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police.
Hell yeah. High five, Kim. Noodle says, I saw this game on Fortunes, and I have no idea why people think Kim has secret repressed homosexual feelings for Harry. If anything, it's the other way, and not repressed.
I'm sorry for wasting
Overt.
your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
Oh my god, Volition's the only one that actually knows what's up here. Noodle says, Kim is overtly gay for Harry. Oh, no. Harry is overtly gay for Kim in our playthrough. We're in love. It's fine. Rangwat says, the classic tale message is, if you're gay, you won't get your head chopped off. In Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, I guess? Yeah, I guess. If you... Yeah. Yes. And... Knights look good in green.
Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig.
Maybe we should put on some kind of Volition pants.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Thank you, Kim.
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
I guess you could say that those Hardys were really just a bunch of softies. That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, wine dark in the evening light.
Stop making classical allusions. What lies behind it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Aranye, the old, old world.
Is that what you're looking over? Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Shit, they can see our database? Kim, is that true? What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill.
Pierogi Frenzy says, MongoDB default permissions, strike again. Oh, you gotta check those permissions. Gotta make sure your databases aren't public. People, you think, who's gonna look for my database? Nobody's gonna notice that my database is easily accessible. But then, you know, that's what happened to the Super Meat Boy guys. And somebody dropped their whole friggin' table. It was horrible.
Well,
you guys remember that story.
For nothing.
That's why you can't make custom levels in Super Meat Boy anymore.
To do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
That's not quite what happened, but it was close to what happened. Soul Foundry says, yeah! Oh, but I was going to say, there are people there. You think that nobody's looking for your stuff, but there are not just people, but also robots scraping the internet looking for stuff that's not all locked down. So you got to lock it down. What? When was the window changed? Start with the window? Start with the window. We're going to go backwards in time.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Pierogi Frenzy says 80% of internet traffic is Nmap. Is that crawlers and stuff? Excuse me. Soul Foundry says, I'm looking for your stuff. And James Cantrell and Thomas Smith. And Rangwat says, it's me. I am Nmap. Oh my god. You are a prolific internet user.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes. You see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
It's just a popular port scanner. I see. Rangwat says, yes, and still haven't got a paycheck from Google for my time on it. Come on, Google. Come on. I don't remember who's in charge of Google now. Just Elon Musk, call up the Google people. They're your buds. Figure it out. Why'd you call the cops if you're hiding? John Google. That's what I meant to say, of course.
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
I don't think so. Why'd you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Oh my god, I forgot about him. What is his name even? Something horrible. I've blocked him from my mind.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
I mean, you did other stuff since that. I don't want to... I'm nitpicking. Rangwat says, Elon Musk buys Google. Now that would be great. He would uphold our free speech by deleting all pro-trans related websites. And Needle says his name is one letter away from what he is. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Yeah, Elon Musk buying Google. I mean, I don't think that he would. He's got enough problems right now. But if he did, it would be another one.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete.
Ranguet says, "Oh yeah, no, I know Ranguet.
That is impossible."
Ranguet says, "I was half joking. I know. I messed up. I was trying to joke too, but I obviously came across not jokey enough." Soulfounder says, "Legit though, I've been looking for a Thomas Smith since forever. I'm from a Navy-based town though, and I don't remember anything about his dad or their deployment station aircraft carrier, so..." Pierogi Frenzy says, "He's Cujo, the evil undead dog? That's a Steve King reference. We don't get a lot of those on this channel. Usually because he's called Stephen King." And not Steve King, but Steve and I are very close.
Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
What happened here the night he died? We should have worn volition pants, but that's okay.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened. Noodle says, "We can never return to the real Wild West internet as long as the corporations have their claws heart deep in the internet at this point. Profits will always be the agenda." I do know what you mean, Noodles. I miss it. I miss going to homestarrunner.com or what are other websites that I went to? I don't know, somebody's dumb website that they made when you're doing your research paper in school. Or, you know, going and playing games on, I want to say, addictinggames.com, Neopets, Alien Adoption Agency. You guys remember Alien Adoption Agency, right? That's not a deep cut. Even RuneScape back in the day. Ugh, I do miss it. Let's see. Pierogi Frenzy says, "Steve King is an extremely problematic former congressman." Oh no. And Rango says, "Steve King, a niche horror novel writer, overshadowed by his much bigger twin, Stephen King." Oh, that's hard to get into the bit. You have to change your name. If you were Steve King writing horror novels, or maybe not. Maybe you could use it to your advantage. Soulfounder says, "Steve King's best book is The Mist, and that is because he admits the movie is better." I haven't seen the Mist movie, but I did see some of the Mist TV show. It wasn't very good, as I recall. But I've seen just like the trailer or something for the movie. Friv.com. Zombo.com is still up. Oh, fantastic. Zombo. Sam the Geek says, "Isn't it Stephen King?" And Noodle says, "Don't click that." Okay, fair enough. Sam the Geek says, "Neopets was absolutely capitalist." You mean just because there was a stock market and stuff? And Rangot says, my fave stolen game website for kids. Rangot says, "We'll be seeing Cake King there soon." Oh, someday. Someday we'll make a Cake King game good enough to pirate. Sam Geek says, "Steve King is a racist congressman from Long Island." Oh, good. Noodle says, "Y8 and the progression of rip-off websites from Y7 to Y88.com too." Rangot says, "Well, those two websites already pirated Cake King." That is true. Yeah, it has been scraped or something by some websites. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. If only they knew what an absolute treasure they had on their hands. What fools. What was I going to say? I was going to try to think of one more good website, but then Kingdom of Loathing. I think Kingdom of Loathing still exists though, which to me is shocking because I don't understand how you keep that game going that long. But Rango says, "Can you imagine some kid or something out there playing Cake King through those pirated websites?" It's much more likely they're playing... I don't think I can bring up the stats right now. Can I log into itch? What I was going to say, I might not be able to provide evidence of this at the moment, but the Elemental Bastille is far and away the most played of our Game Jam games by random people browsing because it's called like Metroidvania or something, or is tagged that way or something. People have occasionally found it. Let's see. Actually, maybe I can tell you this. Dashboard. Can I see summary? When did we start making games? 2022 we'll get it, right? If we go back to September 2022, that'll definitely be far enough back. To now, I see, in terms of browser plays, our number one most... Actually, no, I'm wrong. It's The Harvest Curse. The Elemental Bastille is next, and also has 4 downloads, and 4 people have saved it to collections. The only other game that's been saved to a collection for some reason is The Trist, which can I see the collection that it's been saved to? No, it's private, so I don't get to see it. Anyway. Noodle says, I still hate Armor games, the first pioneers of the Game Pass disease. Oh, I do kind of remember Armor games. And they would use those free websites to advertise their games, but require going on their website to save progress. That's gross. I don't like. And Progy French says, not games, but I loved Icebox.com. Rango says, I love it. It became a link to some fucking watch website. Oh no! Progy French says, Lamau, I did not expect that. One more, AdventureQuest.com. And StupidVideos.com. Way back in the day. That's an incredible throwback.
Okay.
That was when, like, if you were
He
watching
was
a
in
movie,
kneeling position.
you really
he
would...
Had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him.
This might be TMI.
I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look.
You would, like, start loading the
There was a
video
hole
and then
in the
go
glass.
walk away for a few minutes and then come back and watch it, and it would be 20 minutes, or 20 seconds of video of that penguin that, you know, walks, and then the video is edited so the other penguin looks like it trips him, and that would be it. That's what you waited for. Ranguet says, I'm not old enough for these. Noodle says, we're like the same age skill issue. And Ranguet says, yeah, this conversation is pretty something.
I turned back to him.
It's detailed.
His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
Sorry, are you still talking?
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one.
Noodles, you have activated a core memory by saying, I would play Insane Aquarium, which I do remember, or get lunch as I waited for the Newgrounds animation to load. And it's about zombies eating people musical. Did you ever go to, flashplayer.com was the other one that I went to a lot. Oh man, I was super into, sorry, I keep touching my eye. I was super into Flash animations back in the day. When I was in like middle school, I watched like everything, dude. Sylvander says, Progy and I are only 21. No idea what y'all are talking about, for sure. So young. And Ringwat says, I did use Friv, though. I don't know Friv, actually. Or FR4, if you're into Roman numerals. Progy Frenzy says, I think I have the age high score here. There's some streams where they make it a rule to not talk about how old you are. I'm not trying to chide anybody, but just noting kind of an interesting thing. I don't think it's really relevant for our channel, but because they don't want people to target minors for bullying and more lascivious stuff. So there are, I've heard of Twitch channels where that's like one of the chat rules, which is sort of interesting. Oh, you know what? I've accidentally covered up the activity feed here. Good. Nothing's happened since then there. Noodle says, I tried making some stick animations, but they sucked. And in hindsight, the Flash animation tool is ass. I actually, I made some Flash animations in high school that I wonder if I could still find. I bet we could. If I do it, let me see. Rango says, Friv literally was fucking stolen games all in one place. It was such a cool and ethical website for kids. And Sylvander says, I get targeted for being old sometimes. That's lame, but I get it. And Noodle says, well, I was in grade school and it was more like a slideshow. Oh, my animations weren't good. Don't get me wrong. Progy Frenzy says, as a 40-something, I am terrified of being bullied by teens on Tumblr. Let me see real quick. We're going to time box this. We're going to take no more than like 2 minutes to try to see if we can find something that I animated years and years ago. Bam, 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 bam. Oh my god. Does my old YouTube channel exist? That's funny. We can't go look at that, but that is funny. Let's see things that I made for Sauerbraten. I don't know if you can still find it. Let me try looking one more way. Timebox, Piotr, don't think you're a PM. And Rangot says, I played so much shit on sorry. Well, I was in grade school and it was more like a slideshow. Rangot says, my childhood on the internet was emulating old games on an iPad. I played so much shit on an iPad. That's not a bad way to do it if you can emulate. Soulfender says, legit kids these days don't respect their elders the way I did. You didn't respect your elders either. Come on, be real. But I also didn't have a screen separating me. Giant Spudge says, I'm a Timebox this, is something an old person would say. And Noodle says, I was luckily rich enough to buy a PSP and always had the handhelds from the GBA, DS, PSP, PS Vita. And Pierogi Frenzy says, let me flip my 5-minute hourglass. Okay, I can do this. How would I find this? By users? Oh no, maybe it's not here. What else would it have been called? Oh! It's here. Okay, what's here? What's here, though? PD Bizzle. I don't have any animations, but I do have games that I made. And fortunately, it's under the name PD Bizzle, which is not really incriminating. Let's see what we made real quick. I think these are games that I made in a programming class in my junior year of high school. Do you know what? They're not going to work, though, are they? If they're in Flash, we'll find out. This is a mistake, but let's see. Rangot says, people think I'm insane for how much I could play with touchscreen. I beat like Castlevania games on it. That actually is impressive. That should be like a speedrunning category. Let me just get this up here. Okay, PD Bizzle. Here's the games that I made. It would have been, I just said maybe don't do age talk, but it would have been like 15 years ago, something like that. Pierogi Friend says, I'm going to put a nail in a candle and light it. When the nail falls out, I'll be done. Oh, that's your timer? This says, because inflation struck and I'm not rich enough for the Nintendo Switch because I have a PC now, Lamau. Let's play Zap Brine. My first Flash game, also my first venture into pixel art. Check it out. This is going to be regrettable. So there was a kid in the programming class named Brian, and we made a game about shooting him with a laser. Soulfinder says, I respected my elders for sure. They could call my parents on phones. Oh, true. I didn't have one of those until almost graduation. And Ringo says, Castlevania X, let me tell you, quite the time to get through on it. I definitely believe it. And Noodle says, Rango is probably the one person on the Rainworld subreddit that played Rainworld on a touchscreen emulated. That is impressive. Launch a Newgrounds player. Please? Does it work? And you can get it, don't have it installed, get it here. Oh no, is this going to be something bad that I don't want to do? Wait, we're going back to the game real quick. So I don't want people to see me installing malware on my computer. I'm too embarrassed. Here comes the malware. Thank you, Newgrounds. That is actually incredible. Rainworld is a wild game to play on a touchscreen. Noodle says, well, now you know it's possible. You won't be a pioneer, but you will be a settler. The next best thing. Soulfighter says, I got told on for beating up friends and using bad words, and my parents got a Switch. I still got a Switch when I was little. Didn't have to go out and pick it, though. I wised up to that real quick. A Switch, you say? I remember trying to beat the phone call home after saying shit or something at a friend's house. Didn't beat the phone call, by the way. No, not faster than the speed of cool electricity. This seems to be not working. Are you sure you want to exit? Rangot says, I do not do that, but that seems fun because it would be actual hell playing Rainworld on touchscreen. Ah, okay, sorry. And Sam the Geek says, we are one step away from endorsing colonialism, and that seems bad. It's fine. We're not endorsing it. Are you sure you want to exit? Yes. Let me try one more time. We'll do this. We'll look at this another time. This isn't going to work right now. I'm not going to be able to set this up in a way that I feel safe doing on the internet right now. So perhaps we should just play Rainworld, and you can know that People are actually pretty nice to me. Let's just look at the comments, and you'll get an idea. Somebody says, for a fist game, I assume they mean first game, it's only mildly amusing, but it's your first game, so a 7. Good fun, as Brian's mom! I forgot Brian's mom played the game. I found it cathartic to zap him, since he is unimpressed with anything I do as well. Thanks. Great effort. Awesome for a first game. Well done. Word, 5 out of 5. Laser games. I like it. I like the zap thing. There's 4 pages of comments. Well, there you go. There you go. And the description of the game is, this is my first game, be gentle please. Not terribly ambitious, but hopefully amusing. I made it mostly as an experiment in pixel art and action script, so check it out. Some explanation on the game's theme. Brian is this kid in my programming class who is unimpressed by everything I do. As a result, I felt it only fair to make a game about being an alien shooting him with a laser. I had no other choice, really. Please! Oh, we gotta play this sometime. Anyway, that's not right now, though. Sam the Geek says we're just doing it without endorsing it. We're just doing the colonialism without endorsing it. It's the American way. Proggy Friend says, I was playing on my friend's Atari 5200 when his friend came home with the gold cart version of Zelda. Rangot says, some games I play and think, that would be good on touchscreen. Like many strategy games, I buy that. Or Sacrifice, or The Void for drawing, or The Matchless Kung Fu, also for drawing lines and how it feels. I'd play Okami on a touchscreen. That could be dope. Brian's mom, MVP. And Froggy Friend says, damn, those are some wholesome feedbacks. I tried to quit the Newgrounds player installer and... Oh. Yes, I want to let this app make changes to my machine, of course. Rangot says, Piotr, man, Disco Elysium is so long. Piotr, every Disco Elysium stream. I know. I lied. We're gonna play Zap Brian. Are we? Or is it still not gonna work? Yes, allow it to delete my machine. Okay, we have installed the malware. Now we should be ready to go. How do I see the history in Microsoft Edge? That seems like it should be really easy to do. And yet, well, what if I just type Zap Brian? Will it be here? Yeah, fantastic. Okay, it was a fake out. We actually are going to try to do this. And let's see. Site's trying to open Newgrounds Player. I'll allow it. Okay, so here's the thing you need to know. The screen is not big. We got to capture the actual window. Capture specific window. Please, window, capture, Zap Brian. Oh, okay, blew it up. Perfect. To you, this might look like an okay size for this to be. However, in my screen, it's literally like this big. It is a tiny, tiny, tiny thing. You are Zorbar, Eater of Brians. Your goal is to zap Brian as much as you can in 30 seconds. Press space to start. So we change direction with the left and right, and we fire the laser with down. Will it work? Oh my god, that's me! And so you fly, and when your laser recharges, you shoot it down at Brian, and you try to zap him as much as you can for 30 seconds. There you go! Oh my god! Oh, I'm sorry, I'm actually delighted by this. I never thought I would come back to this. But here we are. How long is 30 seconds? So this is my first game, and this got all that wholesome feedback. How long is 30 seconds? It must be over soon. Froggy Frenzy says, lol, this rules! There you go, score 1090. Can we beat the score? Rangot says, this is cute! Froggy Frenzy says, I love it! This is like one of the first things... Okay, we're gonna beat 1090 real quick. It's only gonna take 30 more seconds. You just gotta, the thing is your ship is always moving, so you gotta like tap the keys back and forth to keep your laser on him. That was not 30 seconds though. Yeah, the 30-second timer seems extremely suspect. I guess as long as it's the same amount of time every time, it's fine. I don't think we're gonna beat the score. Gotta hold it on him. 720? Oh, not as good. Did it say 30 seconds? It does say 30 seconds. It's definitely not. What happened to Brian? Do you know? I don't know whatever happened to Brian. There was a much less popular sequel. That game was cool. Long seconds. Rango says that was below 30 seconds. I wonder if it might be something where it's based on like frames or something that is messing it up. Like the more we zap Brian, maybe the longer it lasts. This was the sequel, which was much less well received. We have Brian in Platform Land. Oh, here it is. Here's another Brian game. This time Brian has been trapped on Zorbar's home planet of Platform Land. Yeah, this story is a sham. Anyway, I thought I was so funny. Jump on platforms to not fall to your death. They move faster and faster as the game progresses. So this made the mistake of being too similar to an actual computer game. Whereas the other one was just like a cute little thing. Oh shit, we're playing. A cute little thing. This one is like almost like an actual thing that people can compare to. And the controls are just not good. But here we are. We're Brian. Now this time I am Brian, which I think was a mistake too. Because it was fun to be Zorbar, but not as fun to be Brian. How long can we be Brian for? This is going great. As I recall, the platforms will at some point get really, really, really fast. This is not as good as the other game. I gotta say, this is like a classic, not as good sequel. So a little fun fact about how this was programmed: I didn't know how to do object-oriented programming at this time. So there's really two platforms, and when one of them goes off screen, okay, yeah, we're dead now. It just teleports to the other side of the screen. So there's two platforms that are just being reused over and over. No! This art style screams, Piotr. And Sam the Geek says, glad to say Piotr's sense of humor has not changed in 15 years. Piotr game tier list. We should do one sometime. That's both of the games that I have on Newgrounds. This one was less well received, like I said. I also made a game the summer after I was in college that's closer to being like an actual game, but that's not on Newgrounds or anywhere. Maybe we can pull that up sometime, but it's not great. It's a little boring. Progy Frenzy says, that's way more efficient than spawning new ones via object-oriented programming IMO. Would pass my code review. Rangot says, this is top tier, SSS tier. For me, it's Zap Brian is pretty good. Brian in Platform Land, you can't tell visually either, but the control is really, really bad. But anyway, there's the Piotr origin story of, actually, next time I'm home, I gotta look around, because I used to write computer games in Python that literally were saved together on a floppy disk. That's how long ago it was. If I could find that, we could probably play them in Python today. I wonder if those are still around somewhere. Because I made a bunch of copies of it, like a maniac. I was like, I need to have all these copies, and I printed out little labels that I put on the floppy disks too. That said like Peter's Game Collection or something. So it's possible there's one around somewhere. I gotta look for that. Rengo says, I see, so it's SSSS tier. Rengo says, my experience with a floppy disk is my father's copy of Tomb Raider 2. That's a cool game to have on floppy disk. Noodle says, I have to go buy a glue gun. See you guys next stream. All right, Noodles. Enjoy your glue gun. Now I want a hot glue gun. Okay. That was a quick aside. While we looked at some games in Adobe Flash from 2009. I do not remember what I was going to say at the rest of that sentence. That's fine. Rainbow says he also had a few others I never played, like Monkey Island and Broken Sword. Cool games. Unwisebird says, do you really want to be a game designer / programmer? Listen. Let's do a quick yes, but we're going to do a quick Microsoft Bing search that will give you perhaps some insight into my thinking on this. Window. Let's see. How many games came out on Steam last year? 14,532. That's why I do my day job instead. 14,532. Oh my god. Okay. Too many games. Progy Frenzy says, I found the one diff of yours I approved. It's just YAML and INI crap. It's fine. It's fine. I know that I didn't know what I was doing. If I was writing YAML, I had no clue what I was doing. So anyway, Rango says, anyway, I gotta go. Bye. All right. We're just gonna do a little bit more Disco Elysium, and then we'll get out of here in 20 minutes. But thanks for stopping by, Rangoette. And Noodles, if you're somehow still here and haven't left for your glue gun, thank you also for watching. Let's talk to this woman some more. We do hard shifts on this channel. We don't we do we do things that connect and kind of spiral out slowly from what we're trying to do. And then all of a sudden we do the hard shift back on track, because otherwise, my God, we'll never return. Giant Spatcher says, I was promised crab. Is there anything I can do that's crab-like? How can we have crab? How can we have crab? I'm thinking about it. I don't have any good crabs around here. We might have to do crab next time. Maybe. No, we've got 20 minutes. We're going to wrap up this conversation and we're going to go try to bust in the church again. And Wisebeard says, you're way more creative than like 14,000 of those games. Zoidberg impression. Go. Oh, I don't know if I can do Zoidberg. I don't know how to do Zoidberg. I'm sorry. I don't have one in the pocket. Okay, so she says, she thought she was going to stream, and she didn't. And then the butt has burned right down to her fingers. And I'm going to say, your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
That's a motherfucker.
Yeah. It was a real motherfucker.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
Kim keeping us on track.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
I can't believe we played Zap okay. Brian.
Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Okay.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines. Just to clear my head.
Tell him fibs.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then? What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
God, this was a hard shift in tone for this stream. My apologies. What did you do to have those people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company.
Ah.
You really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
So that is illegal, actually, but I don't know what the laws are there, but almost definitely, but that's fine, go ahead.
I need the names of the companies involved, and who hired you.
The job was Louisduin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
Try me.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Louis Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
We should take a stance on this. Nope. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Oh, yeah, shit, the murder. Okay. Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
God, what if we're like a sleeper agent for the printer company? And we don't remember because of all the alcoholism. That'd be a hell of a twist. Okay, so... What happened didn't have anything to do with me. But maybe it did?
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
Agreed.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Fine. What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who's Ruby? And is she the eighth Hardy?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Oh my god.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Nice, Kim.
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes.
Huh.
Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times.
I just want to impress upon you again that these gloves are different gloves. Don't worry about it.
It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
And what did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Agreed.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Ah, Soul Foundry, thank you for the light snacks.
She nods, silently.
We're done for now.
She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at me, then the door.
He's thinking, are we done here?
Tell me more, Miserane, about this intricate armor of his, I asked, leaning forward on the advanced interlocking porcelain armor covering my forearms, stained lightly with blood.
Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality.
How can we make sure she doesn't leave?
This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
In God's name, wake up! I'm manipulating my skill sets. The love that did him in lied about making the call?
Who? dear
We've
God,
woken up drama.
You've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps.
You gotta look at that mirror.
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Is legendary success like rolling 20s? I mean, we rolled a 4 and got one, but I don't know. Maybe because we had a lot of drama and bonuses to it, but otherwise it would have been hard. None of these are right. You know? I think you didn't make the call to the station. Is probably the most harmless one of these. Oh, all of these are just going to create problems for us. Oh my god, okay.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
It's Smoky Old Womanson.
That is the emergency's desk number.
Well, I still got XP for that. And money, somehow.
Anyone could know that, sire. By looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
So Fudgy says, I was honestly so excited thinking we beat this game early.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late. Sometime after 12.
Okay, Kim, we can check that shit.
It checks out.
Shit. Say nothing.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her
Although
breath,
I regret
as if
it.
in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
I don't want to turn this person against me, but maybe she doesn't have much more useful information. I mean, she's the main witness, but like, let's get back to those lies you told.
Lies?
Yes, we demand she be punished for
Oh,
deceiving us.
shit.
We demand her anxiety.
No, I'm good.
She slowly lights an...
Just kidding.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Looks like love did do him in, after all.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her.
True.
It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Say nothing. Let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Was it real? Let me just keep pushing your buttons about this.
I don't know.
Love, amores para tantos. Let's take a look at this window, by the way.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Oh, no, that's not the window. Let's go in and take a look at the window, Kim. And then you and I can discuss.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects...
Actually, real quick, I gotta put on my visual calculus clothes. I wish there was like just like a quality of life thing where I could pick a stat and it would equip all the clothes to max it out, but that's okay. We have our increased visual calculus. Let's do this. And also let's quick save because we just did a bunch of stuff. You've encountered an error! Not like this. How long ago do you think the quick save was? Let's just look real quick. I'm not going to make us go back and do it. That was a long time ago. Giants Budget says, OMG! Let's try a regular save. That worked. We're all good. Not like this. We're all good. It's all good. It's fine. We're going to look at the window and then we'll call the stream for tonight.
This window.
It was all the malware you downloaded. Oh no, it wasn't worth it.
Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Maybe you need to defrag. What happened here?
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
Just Soul Foundry says, not like this should be, a light snack reward? Or at least an emoji. You're right. Needs to be a light snack. Yeah, agreed. We need not like this. You're absolutely right. Also, I can fix this. Those are the two I think that we need. What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible direction.
Soul Foundry says, I can fix this, I support too.
A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Have a look at point A prime, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain
that
and
was a
slush
week
and
ago.
Wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%. With a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot.
Unwisebird says, when did you get so good at geometry? I put on my special geometry jacket, and now I'm excellent at it.
The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in.
And Soul Foundry says,
Neither of them
Peglin, I
have
would
seen
say.
anything
I would
outside
say,
in the darkness.
if I was actually good at it.
Too busy with their own bodies.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could it have come from inside the room?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective.
Could it have come from further away? And Soul Foundry says, I haven't beat Peglin yet.
That's
You can do it.
20%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Okay, visual calculus, settle down. Soul Foundry says, I play Pokemon on the bus more. I play Pokemon on the bus more. Got it. Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk.
Oh my god,
B
I made a
double
mistake.
Prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Inspect the ghostly figures. I thought this was going to be quick.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
And Soul Foundry says, also, I love you say Pokemon. I say I play Pokemon, Pokemans at work. Pokemon, I mean. Have a look at the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
How about Land's End?
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions.
Got it.
Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No. Too far-fetched.
That does seem unlikely. How about the islet?
1 kilometer away.
Oh.
A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer.
Soul Foundry says, I was catching the old Pokemans this morning.
The shot would have been a small miracle. 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A.
Yeah, it seems...
The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof?
From where, precisely?
Let's say the boardwalk, Land's End, the islet. Either on any of those.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
Deal.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Prudent. All right, let's call it here for now. Apologies that there were no crabs. Save. Nice. Man, oh man, oh man. Big ol' long stream. We got a lot done tonight. I feel good about that. So good, in fact, that we'll actually be back tomorrow to do this again. I think tomorrow, yeah. We're going to be doing another long stream tomorrow to try to get through some more of this game. And then I had a good time. I realized that we did a lot of stuff that wasn't Disco Elysium tonight, but still was a good time, I think. If you watched any of this live tonight, thank you so much for watching live. Thanks for hanging out as we did a little bit of everything. My God. And if you watch this and karaoke, most importantly, of course. And if you watch this as a recording or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching that way too. Until next time, I will see you later.